Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another plan with me in my ANNB6 planner. So let's take a look. All right. What's this current week? We're all the way back here. I've got a few things I've got to update on this one. So I have Thursday and Fridays stuff I've got to update. And then obviously the weekend, nothing's going to end up being put here. Actually, no, there's going to be a few things put here because we ended up doing some stuff on Friday for the new house. I had done this kit and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be, like, I might be laying this down and regretting I'm laying it down because I don't know if closing is going to happen on the 29th. If you saw my last video, which happened when you're watching this, it'll have been up on Monday. You can get a good chunk of the full story. So we closed on our house on the 29th. And so we were able to get a few things done, not as much as we wanted to. Here is this upcoming week, at least for me. By the time you guys see this, it will not have been upcoming week, but this was from TPC Nation Shop. This was the May book club mailer stuff. So I have this ready to go, and it's just gonna be a lot of packing, a lot of unpacking. So we will be packing these 2 days. The goal is to pack as much this day, get the last few heavy items and be gone this day, but we'll see what happens. So because of that, I got to get a little bit ahead in here, even if everything is just going to say pack, so all right, so I've got my date dots here and I've got these things. So because I don't know how everything's going to work out, and it might just be very, very, very simple, and I don't have a ruler. Why do I not have a ruler? I should have a ruler by now. All right, we're just gonna have to eyeball this. I'm not gonna quite jump into the story just yet to finish off because I don't want to well, hot diggity dog, I got stuff here. See, when you have reusable albums and you totally forget that you have reusable albums, you have a tendency to forget things and stuff. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to be eyeballing this to be able to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Cut down the center of it. So I don't know if this is gonna work. It might all come out all janky anyways. I don't care. I hope my head's not in the way. Okay, so there's cut number 1. And we'll do cut number 2. Just because I want some washi on the bottom of the spread. That's all I'm doing this for. So, oh, I felt that lift up and not cut through. Okay, there we go. Let's see how well I did. Honestly, guys, I probably didn't do that well. Okay, and I'm gonna have to cut the ends off anyways. The nice thing is these are on. It's not like I'm having to like piece together things for a washi strip on one side, so I'm not too worried. Okay, so now we can jump back into the story. So I left off with the the owners leaving the house dirty and them not fixing the fence because they ran out of time. Okay, so we went and signed for closing. It funded. We had no keys at that point because they were still at the house. Had it been a Thursday, you guys, we would have said, nope, not signing until tomorrow. Everybody's going to redo documents. But it was a Friday and we did have to get back home. So a lot of things were just very, very just not the way they should have been. Okay, so, and this one. So we head back to the house. We're gonna drop off because we took our pop-up camper with us, So we go and we get a call from our agent saying, hey, can you stay away from the house for a couple of hours? They're really stressed, and having you there is just not making things easy on them. We're just like, we're gonna be nice people, but at the same time we're like, we don't care. They did this to themselves, you know? So there ended up being some like talking afterwards of like, don't you think you should fix the fence? And he's like, yeah, well, I ran out of time. And he's like, that doesn't mean anything. You guys ruined that fence. He's like, well, you could just do this. So we definitely have, I don't know if when we go back up there, if the fence is going to be fixed or not. We'll probably, honestly, at this point, we'll probably just have to do it ourselves, which, okay. But you know what? I'm very much a firm believer that when you don't follow through and don't do the right thing, that karma comes around, and stuff, and everything. But my husband was telling me, because I couldn't stand to look at this guy. I was frustrated and I was mad. And last thing we needed to have is me say something, and them, you know, this guy in a stressful state launch at me or something, you know, like that was the last thing we needed to have. So I got, you know, after I just walked away. I stayed in other rooms, was looking at other things, you know, all the fun jazz stuff of everything. So he was trying to complain to my husband, because we all know Steve Baldwin, right? We all know and we all love Steve Baldwin. And and my husband doesn't understand this. He is such an approachable guy that people he doesn't even know will come up to him and just start talking to him and tell him their life story. And he's like, why? I was like, because you give off a vibe that you are very trusting and very just a good person. So, which I'm very thankful for, you know. And, you know, if anybody tells my husband anything that needs to be kept, you know, secret, obviously, that isn't going to be harming somebody else or whatnot, you know, those ethical dilemmas, he's very, like, he keeps secrets and he doesn't even tell me, you guys. He's very, very loyal in that way. So this dude starts talking with my husband while he's packing, and my husband's like, dude, I don't care. I don't, you know, my husband's trying not to be rude, but he doesn't care. The dude was like, I haven't slept in a week. I'm so tired. I've had to go to work and then come here and pack. And my husband's like, I don't care. And I'm just like, if he'd said that to me, I would have looked at him with my RBF face, because let's face it, that's what most of us women have. Especially now that it's just like, you know what, we're just done. We're done with society, and we're just gonna look at you with our face. I was gonna say everything. He would not have gotten nice looks from me. So, but he was like, you know, I'm tired. This is exhausting. It was like, yeah, you should have started packing once you accepted the offer on the house. Because chances are, even if something had kind of fallen through, somebody else was going to be right behind us to snatch it up. So they didn't get finished packing until about, what was it, 7 o'clock that night? Yeah, it was bad. We had bought our cleaning supplies. We had gotten our air mattresses. Since I'm on this side of everything, I'm just gonna go ahead and lay this stuff down. But we, you know, like, we were ready to go type stuff. And we had to wait. You guys, the amount of keys they gave us was ridiculous. I was like, how did you guys ever survive? Like, I just don't know. I just don't know. The kids love it. Kids are absolutely enamored with the place. I love it. I think once the cleaning people go in and clean the place, it's just going to shine in a way that's just going to make us just happy. At least that's what my husband is hoping for. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for too. So I was going to do a walkthrough video and stuff of the house when we got there, because I had expected, you know, people, you treat others how you want to be treated. I do not want somebody walking into the house that I just sold them and it be a disaster. Like, that's just, and that's what we got served. And so really, honestly, it says a lot more about them than it does about us. And our agent felt so bad. She was like, I'm going to pay for your house to be cleaned. And we're like, Susie, no, that's her name. Her name's Susie. She's a sweet lady. We're like, no, you're not going to pay for it. We're going to do that. We need you to harp on the seller's agent to get the fence fixed, because that should never have been taken down. And she's like, oh yeah, I agree. So we'll see. And once the cleaners go in, I've already talked with the lady that's going to be cleaning, and she's going to put together a team. I've let her know everything that's going on, and she's like, I'll put a team together. Are you fine with this price? We will ensure that it is move-in ready. I was like, perfect. You're awesome. Thank you. And I told our agent, I was like, consider it our first investment in our house. That's what we're considering it. Like, you just have to look at this from a totally different perspective and everything. But yes, I think the way that they went about this whole transaction and the way that they left the condition of the house says more about them than it says about us. However, it did put a damper on me being able to do a walkthrough video, because the emotions were high. We were all stressed out. The emotions were high. Like I said, they were not going to get any of my tears. They weren't going to win that way. And plus, crying gives me a headache, you guys. Crying gives me a headache, so I'm like, no, you're definitely not getting my tears. So, once we can walk in and it is clean, then I will definitely do a tour, because as soon as we walked into a couple of the spaces and I felt them, I was like, yes, this is the office, this is the media room, these are the boys' room, this is our daughter's room. Like, I knew exactly like what was what. And I walked in and I knew exactly where I was going to put things. I knew exactly what I was going to do with spaces. I already have ideas for having to renovate a bathroom, which all of those I think gives like good signs as to we are like ready for the house. At least that's what I want to, at least that's what I'm telling myself. So I'm really stoked. But yeah, definitely want it to be in a better state so that I can show everybody everything, because I'm excited to have like a bigger headquarters for the shop and actual backdrops. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have actual backdrops that are gonna make the photos that we take so amazing. I know, right? Like, can you hear the excitement? Like, it's just, I'm so excited. Yeah, it's gonna be, and I hope you're so excited. I hope this whole like journey of me talking about it has made you, you know, like excited to see things with me, because, you know, share things with you guys and stuff. That way you guys get to see where your stickers come from. You can be like, oh yeah, I know where that is. And, you know, in the headquarter areas, that's where she takes all of her photos for this or that and stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. But I can tell you that if I was a first-time home buyer, if this was my first house or if this had been my second house, I would have bawled like a baby. I would have been crying and completely stressed out, and my husband having to not only deal with that stress, but then also having to, you know, make sure that his wife's okay. Like, that's not fair to him either. But, you know, I'm also older, and I now, like, don't really give any F's about anything, you know? So that's really kind of how it is. And I heard a good quote the other day when it came to like things and stressful things or the way that people treat you. You can either let it go or you can be dragged. And that isn't to say that you let people walk all over you or anything like that, but it was definitely in terms of how you go about dealing with certain stressful things. Very much like control the things that you can control type thing. So, okay. I am trying to figure out here what I want to use. Did I did. Okay, so then we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna keep running. I have been on a color blocking kick lately, you guys. It just is what it is. I've been on a color blocking kick, and I'm not going to shy away from it. I mean, why shy away from it? So, not shying away from it, gonna embrace it, and we're gonna go with it. So, but I mean, we had some really good news before we went to close on the house, which once everything started happening with the house, we were like, oh, thank you, good Lord above, for watching out for us, because this clearly was a blessing, with the good news that we got before we went and closed. So definitely was like, yep, got somebody looking out for us. And I think that made things a lot less stressful, because then we were like, okay, we are gonna have, you know, the ability to do this, and we're gonna have the ability to do that, and it's not gonna make it so stressful, because we had already planned on paying for somebody to clean the current house that we're in, just due to time constraints and the travel back and forth and everything. So we had already planned to pay for a service to clean the house that we are currently in. So to have all of a sudden had to be like, now we have to pay for another service, that kind of really threw us, and that really threw us in terms of having to I don't think I'm going to use shenanigans. Sorry, I kind of got sidetracked. So, having to obviously pay for an extra place to be cleaned, having the good news that we got was very, very, like, I think that helped the stress level out a lot, and stuff. So, I'm feeling a little fortunate. So if you've put out any good vibes with this whole house situation, thank you so much, because it's been a doozy. So, okay, so for this week, it's gonna be a lot of, well, I'm hoping, because we'll have had the house clean, there really isn't like a lot we have to do in terms of like cleaning the house. Am trying to figure out what exactly I want to do. So, because I know there's going to be a lot of like setup stuff that has to happen. I'm kind of thinking that, yeah, being an adult and having just a small little checklist of things that need to happen, which is where, should we use, yeah, let's use this one. I think this will be pretty golden for that. And then, you know what, I'm just going to put a washi strip in there, because this is pretty awesome washi. We'll do that. Okay. So just the major things that obviously need to have an adult being an adult. Okay. I don't know if I want to use, I don't think I want to use any sticky notes. In fact, I think I want to use the pattern boxes. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to use. Okay. Yep, once I saw it right there in that space, I was like, yep, that's what I want to use. Just because I don't know how much we're going to have to, like, not be saying unpack, if that, you know. I don't know how much there's going to be in terms of, like, having to go, okay, these are the chores, because we're in a new space, and things are going to be a little bit different, and figuring out all of those unique aspects to everything. Oh, you know what I should have done? Because this is the scene on the second page. Oh, look at that beautiful paper and how it pulls up. It's so amazing. Gorgeous. Okay. This. So I want to use all of these patterns here and stuff. And then I will get the weekend box, or I should say the honeydew list box, up and going, and that's gonna be a lot of probably just the checklist. So I'll probably use it to say, and I'll probably use shenanigans. Yep, let's use shenanigans. So like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna put stuff down because I feel like that, by just sticking to what I know and what I have, is gonna make things just a lot easier. Okay, so where's my glitter headers? Come on, glitter headers, where are you? Okay, so glitter header, and then we have one more spot. Let's see what we got. Yeah, like I don't know if there's gonna be cleaning time that we're gonna have to do and stuff, because everybody's getting new chores. Everybody's getting new chores. And some chores are going to be like family endeavors, we've decided. So let's take a look here. Let's use you. Yep. Right there. Okay. Perfect. Look at that. I have a full page. Don't know if I'll use it. I'll probably keep those sticky notes because I know I can pull them in anywhere, obviously. All right. Let's take a look at this. Do I need any... I have my move-in scripts from River and Ink, and I just don't know if I need them. Okay, where are you, move-in scripts? I know you're here. Oh yeah, and this whole endeavor I still have to pay. I still have to pay taxes. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, a lot of this is going to be for the previous week. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, let's take a look-see here, and it looks amazing. That's all there is to it. It looks amazing. Oh, I didn't even tell you what kit this was. So this was the June 2021 mystery. So it's obviously not in the shop, but I'm very much a firm believer of shopping your stash. So I shopped my stash for this week to kind of really just not have to really think about it too much. Like I knew that like the way that I like my stickers set up was going to work obviously with my kit format. So if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, you hit the notification bell, and always leave me a comment. Love it. Do you have any moving horror stories? Yeah. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye now.